Good morning. Today there is a lot going on in the world, and some would say it's almost biblical. So I found this reading that I thought was a little uplifting, considering what a lot of us are going through, especially if you're on social media. You are more aware of what's going on in all the other corners. Even if your corner is perfect, there's a lot of pain and suffering going on in other corners of the world beyond COVID. Today the reading is Finding the Gift, Bad Days. We all have days when we feel as if the world is against us or that the chaos we are experiencing will never end. One negative circumstance seems to lead to another. We may wonder on such a day whether anything in our life will ever go right again. But a bad day, like any other, can be a gift, showing you that it's time to slow down, change course, or lighten up. And many have said that COVID has been this weird gift. The one I struggle with what's happening now is politically and racially what's happening in the world. That kind of negativity and bad. I'm completely speechless about the whole situation, but I'm trying to find a gift. It could help you to glean your wisdom that you might otherwise have overlooked or discounted. Bad days can certainly cause you to experience uncomfortable feelings you would prefer to avoid, and yet they may also give you a potent means of learning about yourself. You may consider a bad day to be one where you have missed an important meeting because your car stalled. Just think about this tiny little thing, usually in a more privileged life, gets blown out of proportion. The dryer broke, or you received a piece of disheartening news earlier in the morning. Multiple misfortunes that take place one after the other can leave you feeling vulnerable and intensely cognizant of your frailty. Although bad days can only have a long-term effect if you let them. So this too shall pass. And this is where the mindful Zen way of thinking is, thinking about only one moment at a time, not worrying about what's already happened, not worrying about what's going to happen. I think, as some people say, don't dread more than one day at a time. It's better to ask yourself, what can you learn from these kinds of days? They may be an indicator that you need to stay in and hibernate or let go of your growing negativity. Bad days contribute to the people that we become. Although we may feel discouraged and distressed, they can teach us patience and perseverance. It's important to remember that our attitude drives our destiny, and that one negative experience does not have to be the beginning of an ongoing stroke of bad luck. A bad day is memorable because it's situated amongst many other good days. So there's that contrast, light and dark, having to see something dark to appreciate how the light that we do have in our lives. Otherwise, we would not even being bothered acknowledging it as bad if it wasn't contrasted to the good in our lives. Know too that everybody has bad days. It is universal. You are not alone, and the world is not against you. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Greet it with love and watch it unfold, and perhaps a better one. So it might sound like it's simplified based on what's going on around the world, but all of it is perspective. We are all in this together, and it's what we choose to focus our effort and energy on. So having said that, I asked what do people want today, and there was a lot of response about hip openers, whether you are working outside or whether you're sitting at a desk a lot. Who doesn't love hip openers? I think if I had to pick two body parts that people are most concerned with in yoga, it would be hips and back. And quite often, by helping my hips, my back discomfort goes away. So let's come on to our back. We're gonna lie down, have a strap ready. Take a moment, knees are bent, and I'm gonna inchworm my bum close to my heels, as close as I can get. That's gonna lengthen the spine just for a moment. Arms out to a soft T, and take a few breaths here. And actually, before I relax, I need to put the cloth where I can see it. Take this moment to truly let go. Maybe you don't like Shavasana and you wait for me to ask you to lie down. And then some of you have also told me that you set a timer and purposely do your own Shavasana before beginning my class. And then if you also add one at the end, makes for the perfect practice. So I instinctively went into reclined cobbler, the soles of my feet together, knees open to the side, and I instinctively check in, where's the tension or resistance in my body. Right now it's in my hip flexors and my abdomen. Arms wide, palms turned up. And now I'm going to look for that sensation of sinking into the floor. If you are on a very hard floor, you might notice some resistance in the soft tissues of your body. But the key word here is notice. All these contrasts, hard and soft, effortless and challenging, comfortable and distracting. Look for the contrast. And that means that your mind is present. I'm going to bring my knees into my chest, softly rock side to side. Notice the lower back, how is it responding to the floor, and then maybe start to make circles. And if your floor is very hard and your lower back is always sore, you might fold a soft cotton blanket and either put it under your mat or under your lower back. One direction and the other. You might even take a big duvet or quilt and put it on the floor, fold in half, and then lay your whole mat on top of it. And then let's make egg beaters. Swirl, swirl. I'm starting to notice that tension rearing its head in my hips. As long as you're noticing, then that's actually the yoga practice. Not to be stretchy and bendy, not Cirque du Soleil. Then I'm going to take my knees as wide as they naturally want to go. I'm going to support the knees, close your eyes, and continue to zero in on the hesitation or resistance in your body. Arms might flop out to a T. You might keep your legs here, or maybe you straighten them and let them fall wide. And I saw a note today on one of the feeds I'm on, and it said if you don't have time for whole practice, just do legs up the wall, whether it's without the wall, like I'm doing right now, or with the wall. It chemically helps slow everything down, just by inverting your body for a few breaths. And then we'll close our legs. Let's fall wide one more time. Legs fall wide. And then close. I'm going to bring my knees into my chest, take them to the floor, double leg spinal twist. Right arm extends, palm up. Back to center, knees to the right, double leg spinal twist. And if you notice one side receives this more than the other, acknowledge that. Back to center. This time single leg spinal twist, so drawing right leg in, left leg extends. Let's take a few breaths here using this opportunity to stretch our hip. So right thigh pulls in, left toe or left hip stretches by pointing those toes across the room. Single leg wind relieving pose. This time we're going to add recline pigeon. First, recline rock the baby. Right hand, right knee, left hand holds right foot, rock the baby. Notice how that right hip or glute feels where they connect. Your caboose. Option to take both hands interlaced around flexed right foot. And imagine pulling that right foot towards your left rib cage, recline pigeon. And then right foot touches down on left thigh. Left hand takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Two ways. I can manually actually twist with the left hand pulling, or I can set up my bones in place and wait for gravity to deepen the twist. Maybe turn and look to your right hand. Back to center, little boat or circles. Left leg's in, right leg extends. Tuck those right toes away, stretching out the right hip. Option to rock the baby. So I'm going to take left hand, left knee, right hand to the blade. Rock the baby. Option to interlace both hands on the flex left foot, coming into reclined pigeon. And imagine you're pulling that right foot towards your right rib cage. Watch your knee. By flexing your foot, that prevents us from hurting the knee and the ankle. And then left foot comes towards right thigh. Right hand takes it over. Single leg spinal twist, your choice. Active, deepening the twist, or passive. Set your body into this position and wait for the twist to happen with gravity. Back to center, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. Egg beaters once more. I keep coming back to this, it feels really good in my hips. And then hands on the knees, pull those knees wide once more. Option to stay here or come into the setup for happy baby. Knees are bent, ankles are flexed over knees, and that hands come behind the thighs. Adding a bit of counter pressure. Choosing to stay here or maybe take your hands up a little higher, flex the feet. Or take the hands a little higher, coming to the full pose of happy baby. Choosing stillness or rocking side to side. We'll come back to center, take the soles of our feet together, binding around the blades. This is one hip opener. Gently pull the feet towards you, knees press away. Option to release your feet to the mat, coming into reclined cobbler. Soles together, knees out to the side, arms out to the side. And then back, close the legs, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. Feet in the air once more. Massage the back of your legs, calves, back of the thighs, point and flex. Roll out the ankles, fan your toes. Help your legs fall wide. Initially, I'm just going to hold my inner knee flesh and just check out my natural range of motion. Some of you I know like to touch your big toes. Some are going to hold the inner knee flesh, and some are going to open your arms to a wide T. And we'll close our legs, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. Let's grab our strap for old time's sake. Right leg in tight, left foot on the floor, slide it straight. And I'm going to take my right leg in the air and give it a little massage. Point and flex, roll out the toes. Roll out the ankle. Strap to the ball of the right foot. I'm going to slowly start to stir this leg flexed. If that's way too intense flex, you can relax your foot, don't flex it. Maybe the circles get a little bigger, one direction than the other, or maybe you keep them tiny. We'll take both straps into the right hand, release that leg out to the right. Left palm holds left hip down. Strap to the sky, switch it into your left hand, flex, and go 1 inch across the midline. Oh yeah. Back to the sky, get rid of your strap. thighs to chest, little boat. Feet in the air once more. Flex. Right leg lowers all the way down. Start to massage your calf. Point and flex. Roll out the ankle. Fan your toes. Strap to the ball of the left foot. Maybe make circles. One direction and the other. We'll take both straps into the left hand and the right palm's going to hold your hip down. Release that leg out to the side. As long as my right side is tapped down. Right arm can come to a T. Back to the sky, strap into the right hand, flex, and go across the midline. Back to center, get rid of the strap, thighs to chest, little boat. We'll do one last floor thing. This is for Dale. She loves this pose, thread the needle. So knees are bent, one fist width apart. Right foot flexes onto left knee, and take your right hand and push that knee away. I always think like I'm opening a gate. My right hand or thumb is going to massage my right hip. I might stay here, or I might lift this leg towards me. Oh my, I haven't done this in so long. So my right palm can push the right knee away, and my left hand can pull the left knee towards me. There's this little resistance dance inside of my right hip. Option to take your hands bound behind that left thigh or use your strap, and some of you may prefer to hold that left foot straight or bent. When I feel my leg isn't going to come any closer, I'm going to take right thigh over left, crossing at the knees, lining up those thighs and knees, and now we're in shoelace. Hands on opposite knees, and pull those thighs into your belly. Notice what's happening in the hip and the glute. Option to walk your hands down the legs and pull them in closer. Or if I can reach, I'm going to flex both feet. Oh, that throws me off, so I'm going to listen to my body. Release and shake it out. Other side. Feet are one fist width apart, knees are bent. Left foot flexes onto right knee. And the left hand's going to press that knee away. Massage your right hip. If I want to go deeper, I'm going to... left hand's going to push the left knee away. Right hand's either on my left foot or on my knee, pulling it in. If I want to go deeper, hands bind behind the right thigh and imagine that leg coming towards you. And now I'm going to cross left thigh over right, line up the thighs, hands on opposite knees, and pull it into your belly. Checking into what's happening in that left glute or hip or both. Option to walk your hands down the legs and pull them in. And then release, shake it out. Let's come into recline cobbler one more time. So knees are bent, soles of your feet together, arms to the T. Let's take 3 breath rounds here. Inhale, nails root down, chest expands. Pause at the top of the exhale. Pause at the top of the inhale. Exhale your back into the floor. Pause as you soften. Inhale, nails root down, chest rises. Pause at the top of the inhale. Exhale, back body into the floor. And you fully let go of all the air, pause. And one more time, inhale, chest to the sky, nails root down. Exhale, release the back of your weight of your back to the floor. Pause. my nails soften, and release. I'm going to curl into a ball on my side. Let's take 2 breath rounds here. Your arm extends to become your pillow. And then slowly push yourself up from the side so that it's effortless coming back up. So, continue with our hips. Actually, we're gonna do can we do our 2-minute plank? There's been a request to keep doing it. If 2 minutes is too much, do 1 minute. Come into tabletop, step back, high plank. I'm gonna stare at the top of my mat, and I notice if my joints start hurting, I'm gonna push the floor away, engage your core. I'm on my tiptoes, that's really killing you. You could come down to your forearms. And just as we slow down our breath lying down, we want to slow down our breath here. I've had great response to how this is helping your arms, your pausing. Think of this as a very intense balance pose. Okay, that's 1 minute. I'm going to do 1 more minute just to see if I can do it. Bones are stacked. Engage the core, pick up your head, staring at the top of your mat. Can you extend the length of your inhale and your exhale through your nose? If you're getting a little tired, push into a quick downward dog. Just by moving within your hips and your shoulders. You don't have to move your feet. 15 more seconds. My head is picked up. It's not as intense on my neck. 5 more seconds. Oh, knees down. Extended child's pose. Can you bring your forehead to the mat? Chest to your thighs. Nice lengthening of the back of the body. Keeping your elbows elevated, palms walk away from you. Another variation I'm going to do is wide leg extended child's pose. Toes are touching, knees walk as wide as the mat. I'm going to attempt to bring my chest to the floor. And then I'm going to come back up. Oh. While we're here, we won't do our sun salutation today. We're going to do something different. I'm going to bring my knees close together, extend out one more time, chest towards your thighs, bum towards your heels. You might stay here in extended child's pose. Or you might walk your arms to the left, shoulder width apart, forehead down, and press your bum and hips to the right. I'm going to walk my arms to the right, press my bum and hips to the left. And then back to center. One more. This time let's do puppy. Forehead and chest to the floor, bum in the air. Spread the fingers. My forearms are on the floor, one fist width apart. This is really good for my friends who work at a computer. And then coming back up. Okay, so with requests for hips, let's come onto our bottom. And so my knees are bent. I'm going to flip my legs to the left and land. I'm attempting to get this left butt cheek to the floor. We're in mermaid. You've heard me talk about the different variations. I can nestle that right foot into my left inner thigh, and my left foot is here on the side on a flexed foot. I don't know if you can see that. If I keep this all flexed, Iyengar method, it definitely keeps my mind turned on because I can feel this intensity. I'm going to imagine this left sits bone coming down to the earth. So I might sit upright, I might add a tiny twist, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, look over the left shoulder, wringing out the belly, and then slowly counter twist. Left hand, right knee, right shoulder behind you, wring out the belly. We do the wringing out. A, it helps the spine, and B, it helps the digestion. And back to center. And can I do a forward fold without lifting this left butt cheek? So it's not going to be a traditional forward fold in the sense that we normally do. So bum cheek lands, and my knee, I can feel this one line of energy from my left hip to my left knee is what's probably going to stop me from going into a full forward fold. And then upright. Oh, shake it out. And I felt that in my knee and my hip. A nice counter pose in between is diamond. I'm gonna bring the soles of the feet together, sitting up nice and straight. We can do a little cat-cow here. So cow, we pull the chest forward, elbows back. I feel a deep stretch in my upper back. Slowly come into cat. Lean back, I'm holding my ankles, hollow out the belly, chin to chest. Inhale, chest forward, look forward. Exhale, cat. Chin to chest, hollowing the chest, but arching the upper back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. You can look at the sky to add to that back bend. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Chest forward, shoulders and elbows back. Oh, yeah. Exhale, cat. Neutral. Guess what? Mermaid on the other side. Bend the feet, and we'll take our knees to the right, choosing to nestle the feet in. Woo! Super relaxed on the top front of your foot. Or flex. I'm on the outer left blade, inner right arch. Flex, and I instantly feel that connection to my hip and my right glute. So I'm going to sit upright. I like to tent my fingers into the mat, adding a little bit of resistance. Oh, now I might add a spinal twist. Left hand, right knee, right arm behind me, twist. Counter twist. Right hand, left knee. Left hand behind you, keeping the right sits bone down. What happens is a lot of us are tight. That right bum cheek wants to lift. Don't force it because you don't want to hurt your knee. And look over the left shoulder. Back to center. Can we do that final forward fold, which on this side is way tighter for me. And then come on out. Oh, cat here. Roll out your ankles. Point and flex. One more. Let's come into cobbler, also called bound angle, also called butterfly. Feet come in towards the perineum or towards your tailbone. I'm going to bind my hands around the blades, sitting up nice and straight. I'm attempting to press the knees to the earth. Guess what? We did this on our back earlier. I can feel my dominant leg is tight, so I'm going to take my left hand and my left knee and just add a tiny bit of pressure without forcing it. And then I'm going to switch. Left hand binds my feet, right hand gently pushes the knee down. So this, for me, I instinctively love doing this. Option, slide the feet forward into diamond. I still have my soles together. And I'm going to hinge forward. I do not expect you to forward fold into full tortoise. I'm just staring at my toes, lengthening the spine, chest moves forward, feeling a deep stretch in my lower back, tailbone, glutes. And shake it out. Okay, we're gonna do a quick rock the baby. Left leg is extended, right foot bends, right arm comes inside and grab the blade. And let's pedal. 1, 2. Option to make soup. Get into that hip. You can do this in front of the TV infinitely for other activities. It does not have to be for yoga. And then I'm going to switch that right foot into my left hand, sitting up straight, rock the baby. Release and shake it out. Other side, left foot bends, left bicep comes inside left inner knee. I'm going to tent my right fingers to support the floor. Pedal one direction and the other. Then I'm going to make soup, one direction, then the other. Then I'm gonna rock the baby. Right hand holds left foot side to side. I'm gonna come back and do it one more time on the right side. Right foot bend, right arm inside, grab the blade, pedal. Oh look, it feels a little easier. And then come back over, rock the baby. Left hand holds right foot, rock the baby. By this point, some of you can get that right blade into your inner left elbow crease, right knee into right elbow crease, monkey bind. So that's taking the hands into each other, rock the baby. Sit up nice and straight, belly's engaged, feet are flexed, and I can feel that on my right hip. From here this time, let's bring, this is an option, right foot, top of the right foot goes into my right thigh crease, left thigh crease and hinge, or easier, foot inside left leg and hinge. And come on out. Other side, last side. Left knee bends, left hand grabs left blade, pedal, one direction and the other. Soup, stir clockwise, counterclockwise. Right hand takes left foot, rock the baby again. And this time you're gonna go a little deeper. Left foot comes into right wrist crease, left knee into left wrist crease, monkey bind, and rock the baby. Keep that right leg flexed. Sit up nice and straight. Oh. Some of us are gonna stay down here. And your choice, left foot into the crook of the right thigh. That's too tight for me today. Left foot into right inner thigh. Sit up nice and straight. And instead of hinging to the straight leg, I'm kind of going to the middle between these two legs. I'm gonna right hand and left hand tented and lean forward. Upright and shake it out. Okay, let's do, we're gonna do a quickie cow face legs and then our pinnacle pose. So right leg bends, left leg bends. Left leg is over top of right leg. I'm wearing black tights, hard to see. So I'll describe it one more time. Knees are bent, right leg's on the bottom, knees bend. Think about the knees as a stack of meat on a sandwich. And ultimately this is the same as shoelace when we're on our back. Left leg stacks on right knee. So I have a stack of knees. Feet are out to the side. I don't know if you can see this. And I'm just gonna stay here for a moment. I don't need to go any further. Some of us, this is too tight and it's gonna look like this. I can tent my fingers pressing into the earth, engage my core and hinge. Imagine that my chest was coming to my thighs. And I might stare at the floor just in front of my knees. I might stay here standing up in my chest, so fingers press into the earth, chest rises, shoulder blades come together, and look at the ceiling. Oh, that's a good stretch. Or I might try to fold. And then come on out. Last side. Knees bent. Left leg on the bottom, right leg's on top. Stack those knees. And I'm gonna stay here, tented fingers, resist the earth, stand up in your chest. Or I might hinge. And then come on out, shake out your legs. So the last thing we're gonna do is fire logging. It is gonna be harder to see because I'm wearing black pants. What I may do is try to find a picture online of what it looks like and include that in the email. So, knees are bent. Right leg comes onto the mat, flex. But right now my knee naturally goes out on an angle. I'm gonna take my right hand to the knee and tap it so it comes straight out from my thigh instead of on a diagonal. Right foot is flexed. And then I'm gonna take left foot on top, so that my left ankle is on top of my right knee, my left knee is on top of my right ankle. For me, there's a gap between that left knee and that right ankle. Flex, sit up straight. Oh, I may just stay here. I may press my hands into my feet into my hands. There's that resistance, isometric pressure inside the hips. Or I might tent my fingers into the floor, sit up straight in my hip, in my chest, and forward fold. And my dominant hip, my left hip in this pose is killing me. come on out. We'll do the other side. Left leg down, tap that knee over so it's in line with your hip and not out on a diagonal. Right foot flexes onto left knee. So these are stacked. The theory is that my stacked legs looks like a little squared off fire pit that I'm about to burn. Right knee over left ankle, flex both feet. Today I'm going to tent my fingers into the mat. Sit upright, stand up in your chest. When I do that, I can feel a lengthening from my lower back, glutes, up my spine, out the crown of my head. So chest can come forward. I can look up to the sky. There's a tiny back bend. I could walk my hands behind me, show off your chest. Guess what? You're getting the same chest as fish pose. Or some of you are going to forward fold. And then come on out. So that's kind of a variation of when we do thread the needle on the floor on our back. Today is June 2nd. I would like to do a quick reading before we finish our practice. Shape your day. So this would be better probably in the morning. Choose one word that symbolizes the experience you wish to have today. At Trails, we have a whole bunch of words kind of that are used regularly. Maybe it's like energize, rise, inform, simplify. You could pre-cut a bunch of inspiring words and put them in a jar so that you don't have to think about it and pull them out. In Trails, we often have a whole bunch of people, so one person will just shout out a word, and that's kind of like our mantra or theme for the day. Choose one word that symbolizes the experience you wish to have today. The word could be energy, ease, hope, curiosity, peace, or whatever quality or state of mind inspires and motivates you. You could even take a magazine and cut up words that stand out to you in the text of the magazine. Say the word out loud so it resonates in your body. It's your intention. Write it down so it feels like a commitment. You could even have a chalkboard or a dry erase and you write this one word that you keep coming back to. If you're working at your desk, maybe you put it on a piece of paper and you look at it right beside your computer. Make it a commitment. This is your intention or the way you want to move throughout your life that today. An intention, like an anchor, keeps you steady and focused. Throughout your day, return to this word. Recommit to it. And your intention has the power to shape your day and your mindset. Thank you so much for your effort. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.